2K Sports presents Thursday Night at the NBA. With Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And joining us on the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. The starters for the Utah Jazz, the guard pair, it's George and Sexton. Then there's Markkanen. Then it's John Collins. And it's Hendricks in at the 4. And for the Spurs, Sochan is the 4 with the lengthy Wembanyama playing the 5. Outside, the wings are Vassell and Barnes. And it's Paul in at the 1 spot. And on these rosters, Doris, some interesting young and upcoming talent. Scary to think, isn't it, how good they might actually be?
Young talent means, Kevin, they have to grow. And the way you grow is playing big-time games against other talented players. So what a great opportunity on both sides against quality competition to see exactly where you're at. Chris Paul is such a natural facilitator. His ability to read angles and deliver the ball on time and on target is special.
Now, here is George. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Greg Popovich and I did speak a few minutes ago. Now, I asked Coach about the defensive game plan tonight, and he said preventing easy buckets around the rim, and that starts with John Collins. He's a great interior scorer, especially when he gets ahead of steam, so you have to limit those opportunities. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, David. Here's Sochan, just 5 on the clock. And that one's good, Barnes.
Yeah, spot-up shooting, one of Barnes' really strong suits offensively.
You know, Greg, with the combination of Wembanyama and Coach Greg Popovich, the Spurs should be a great defensive team.
Yeah, it's hard with a young roster because all 5 guys have to work in unison, and often someone's going to make a mistake.
Here's Barnes. After the made shot from Markkanen. That one goes. Counted. Barnes has got 5 points so far.
He's just able to score from anywhere on the floor, but Barnes loves that high percentage area.
Here's Collins. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Paul passes to Barnes. Back to Paul. Makes it off the glass.
Chris Paul opportunistic on the inside in that instance.
Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Outside, Sexton. Here's George. Rebound by Sochan. The Spurs have gone 4 of 4 to start, so a nice offensive rhythm to start here. Ball finds Sochan. Inside. That's good from Barnes on the assist by Vassell. He has 7.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
And Will Hardy calls timeout here. And Coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Johnson, he's checked in for Barnes. And Utah also making a switch. Kessler's checked in. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. And George, here we go.
Aggressive slash from the young guard. George fears no one when attacking the basket.
Here's Paul.
And what I love about Markkanen, he takes care of the basketball. And that's a result of being patient, playing smart, and just generally getting his points within the flow of the offense.
Here's Wembanyama. Vassell, right side. Pass to Paul. Clock at 4. The 3. A three-pointer is right on target. Paul's got his second basket of the night.
Boy, that was quick. Already out to a double-digit lead.
Wow, they've come out strong. Control the pace, assert their will. Nice.
Jazz trail by 10. And George kicks to Collins. Back to George. There's 42 seconds left in the first. To the inside. Here's Kessler. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. DB, one thing about Kessler, he will challenge anybody at the rim. Wow.
There's no question, Kevin. Walker Kessler is one of those guys who's not afraid to get dunked on. He is a rim protector of the highest order. He's going to win some, he's going to lose some, but he's always going to try to do his job.
That free throw missing for the Jazz. Hendricks is checked in, and it's Jordan Clarkson in for Colin Sexton. And the second free throw, good. You know, when you talk about this Jazz team, Doris, you have to mention head coach Will Hardy.
You certainly do, Kevin, because remember, he came from the Boston Celtics organization. He also had a history in San Antonio. He is known as an excellent tactician. He does an incredible job scouting. Utah always one of the best prepared teams in the league.
Here's Paul, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Paul's got 7 points.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
With just about every shot in his bag, Clarkson is an elite-level scorer.
And taken away by Paul. And so it's San Antonio holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. Back right after this. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And guys, what's your take on the Spurs so far?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
I'll tell you, that willingness to make the extra pass, that is what creates good looks. It also forces the defense to scramble.
So on the floor for Utah, sharing the wing spot, it's Clarkson and Markkanen. And it's Mills. Then there's Walker Kessler. And it's Hendricks in at the four-man position. Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, thank you. The Utah Jazz last season became one of the first teams in the league to move their games to broadcast television. It's a gamble, but they just about tripled their reach. And with the rapid growth in the region, they have a chance to attract new fans. And Kevin, no doubt, other NBA teams are keen to see how this goes.
Oh, David, no question at all. And we thank you for your report. San Antonio leading by 8. Johnson outside. Back to Jones. Pass to Collins. Johnson with it. Good, nice job down low. Johnson's got his first points of the night. It seems every season, Doris, we have players speak out on being unhappy with their role.
Well, consider, Kevin, that if you're one player on a roster in the NBA, how coveted each of those spots are, but also how competitive they are. You don't get there without that nature, which means you want to play.
And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play.
Jordan Clarkson.
San Antonio making a switch here. Branham's checked in. Luke's checked in for Utah. And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game. How it's been going for San Antonio.
They're contesting shots and have also come up with some significant blocks, putting a little doubt into the minds of the opposing shooters.
Another big component of their early game tonight has been points off turnovers. Great job converting on those chances.
Shot clock at 5, and Kessler throws it down.
Really good execution by Jordan Clarkson. As a coach, you're always looking to maximize your team's consistency. That's good offense.
We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. So, Greg, the Spurs last year began 15-56, but it was the ending that they're really hanging their head on. They won 7 of their last 11 games.
And over that closing stretch, Wemby averaged 27 points, 13 rebounds, 7 assists, and 5 blocks. A small glimpse into the potential of this young superstar.
Jazz trail by 9. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
San Antonio making a switch here. Sohan's checked in. And a switch here also for Utah. Collins checked in for Mikhailuk. And it's good for 2. Clarkson's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Jordan Clarkson showing he's capable of finishing inside.
We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Now Jones. Johnson finds Vassell. 6 on the shot clock. Now Collins. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will take it.
Utah ball.
A different look now for San Antonio. Victor Wembanyama comes in for Collins. And it's Paul in for Jones. Colin Sexton, he's checked in for Utah. Keontae George comes in for Jordan Clarkson.
I'm sure his teammates love having a guy like Collins on the receiving end of those alley-oops. As fun an assist as you'll get.
San Antonio leading by 5. Here's Johnson. And it's sent back by Kessler. And another turnover here by San Antonio. Barnes is checked in for San Antonio. And Utah also making a switch. Hendricks is checked in. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. The 7th pick in 2017, Lauri Markkanen. Almost a throw-in that Donovan Mitchell trade.
That's incredible to think of now in the context of this guy becoming an all-star in his own right, Kevin. I mean, Markkanen is a 7-footer who's got efficient offensive numbers, like 50, 40, 90 type numbers. He is an uncommon talent.
And it's Paul with the ball for the Spurs. Pass to Barnes. Paul looking over the floor. An easy 2 points on the layup. Paul's got 9.
Well, you think because of his frame, it would be easy to knock Chris Paul off balance, but this guy has concentration and tenacity. Really good job keeping his focus.
Here's Hendricks. Still yet to score. 3-pointer, Markkanen. Here's George. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
And nice touch inside. George can finish from all 3 levels.
Sohan, the pass to Paul. Floats it up for Wembanyama. Barnes finds Wembanyama. And it's Wembanyama. Hand-to-hand combat inside.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Here's Sexton. The shot by Markkanen. Nobody around. Offline with his 3. Barnes outside. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Sexton. For the finish. And Markkanen throws it down.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Boy, in a tight game like this, that can change the whole tone. It helps your opponent get into a little bit of a rhythm.
And that one misses. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Spurs out in front, up 3. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much. Here with Greg Popovich. Pop, what did you see in the first half?
We had ball movement. You know, we weren't in mud. The guys were in attack mode. Nobody held the ball. You know, you pass, catch, or shoot. And we did that a lot in the first half.
Yeah, you had them swiveling, Coach. Thanks for your time. Back to you guys.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
Direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drum roll, please. They're measuring up the shot. One more time, a round of applause for the participants.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. It's been a clinic by Chris Paul.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Well, Greg, over the last few seasons, one area of consistency for the Jazz has been their rebounding.
Yeah, and they have some size, and they make controlling the boards a focal point. When you're playing Utah, you better be ready to put a body on somebody.
Outside, the wings are Vassell and Barnes. Sohan is the 4 with the lengthy Wembanyama playing the 5. And it's Paul in at the point guard. So that's who Greg Popovich starts the second half. Here's Markkanen after the basket by San Antonio. Here's Hendricks. Hits the three-point bomb.
It's not just the decision-making, it's the ability to put the pass where it needs to be, when it needs to be there. Mr. Markkanen, well done, sir.
San Antonio leading. Paul passes to Wembanyama. Paul against George. Back to Wembanyama. Victor Wembanyama.
That's what we call a power finish. There's no such thing as gentle for the big man.
And George kicks to Markkanen. Collins a screen on Barnes. Outside Collins. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Markkanen with the block.
And how about Markkanen using his size and reach on defense? Great timing in terms of being able to get up and block shots.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thank you, Kevin. You asked Greg Popovich about Victor Wembanyama, and he says, Victor's a different player. He's got talent. You don't want to take that out of him. I tried to do that with Manu Ginobili, and I learned my lesson. Just shut up and let him play. Victor does some amazing things. His game is all-encompassing. Kevin?
That's a great way to put it, D.A. It is all-encompassing. Wembanyama is one of one. Hey, thank you for the report. And it's Paul with the ball for the Spurs. They've led by as many as 11 points. Vassell, the pass to Paul. Back to Vassell. Here's Wembanyama. Wembanyama, deadly inside.
And this is what you want to see. Wembanyama attacking with authority inside.
Two minutes gone in this third quarter now. Pass to Hendricks. Outside, Sexton. Bangs home the trifecta.
This guy can do so much for you on the offensive end, and that is why his number gets called time and time again.
1:43 left in the third quarter of the game. Paul passes to Wembanyama. Back to Paul. To the paint. Here's Barnes. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got 3 assists tonight. .125 left in the third quarter. Sexton for 3. And Utah another 3.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
And here is Paul, following Colin Sexton's 3. And the basket by Vassell.
And there is no hesitation on Vassell's catch-and-shoot jumpers. Any sort of room, and he's letting it fly.
Pass to Hendricks. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. The Jazz have made 1 of 3 free throws in the game. And he makes the first. You know, Greg, thinking back to the glory days in Utah, they went to back-to-back finals in 97 and 98.
Unfortunately, though, Kevin, that Stockton-Malone era, they just couldn't overcome the dynastic Bulls. The Jazz still searching for that first NBA title.
He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line. For San Antonio, they've gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second half. Tremendous efficiency. Outside, Jones. From deep three-point territory. The rebound by the Jazz. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Hendricks passes to Kessler. Sexton for 3. Rebounded by Victor Wembanyama. Fires from way outside. Hendricks pulls it in. For the lead. Sends it home! What a shot!
You want drama? We've got drama. That's the way to end a quarter.
That is a way to fire him up, fire up the team. What a tremendous play.
It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Jazz lead by 1. And we'll have the start of a 4th quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this 4th quarter promises to be a good one. Taking a look at the Jazz. Walker Kessler is out there with Lowry Markkanen. Then it's Williams. Then there's Jordan Clarkson. And it's Sensabaugh in at the shooting guard position. Brenham, and good. He got the English that time as it falls. Branham's got his first bucket of the night. Clarkson passes to Williams. Nice move. And the layup is good. Williams has got the lead up to 1 now for the Jazz.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They've worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
Jones against Clarkson. Back to Jones. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Here's Collins, and they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
And it is a major disadvantage down the stretch if you can't guard. This may just come down to who has the ball last.
That one misses for Collins. And when you look at John Collins' advanced numbers, Doris, they jump off the page.
Yeah, probably the advanced numbers you're referencing, Kevin. Offensive rating, true shooting percentage. And when you look at it through that lens, Collins is absolutely able to score from a variety of spots on the floor, and the guy's an absolute terror on the glass.
First free throw is good.
Name a type of shot Keontae George can hit it, more than capable of scoring at all three levels.
Jeremy Sohan's checked in for Collins. And George drops them both. And we've got a timeout from Greg Popovich. And that timeout by Coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Well, guys, during the last break, I listened to Greg Popovich talk to his team. He told them he liked the way they were working, but he said we have to really get after it. All we need is a couple of stops. Keep your focus. We'll see if they can close it out. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Now, here's Paul. Wembanyama passes to Paul. Back to Wembanyama. Over Collins. And Wembanyama gets it to go. And the Spurs lead by 1.
And a monster game for Wemby with the matchup issues he creates. I'm not sure anyone in this league can stop him when he's on.
Here's Collins. Lays it up off the glass. We've seen some great competition in this one.
Yeah, 7 already in the game, and I think it shows you how well these two teams match up with one another.
And so it's Paul with it, bringing it up for San Antonio. Sexton against Vassell. Pass to Sohan. Fires from deep. Utah with the rebound.
And it didn't fall, but that's the kind of shot they want their offense to create.
You know, it can be frustrating when you make the right play and fail to reap the rewards. You just have to stay with it here.
Defensively, you can't back off him that much. You don't want to give up easy threes at this stage of the game.
And the dunk by Sohan.
Well, the vision and the understanding of Chris Paul is something to behold.
And the foul on Jeremy Sohan. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. Utah's gone 6 of 10 from three-point range, up over 50% for the ball game. Here's Markkanen. This ball grabs the miss.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
Here's Barnes, and a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Barnes has got the game tied up here for the Spurs. 1:25 left here in the 4th quarter. Here's George, and that one swishes right in. George has got 7 now in this quarter. Spurs have gone 5 of 6 from the field to start the 4th quarter on a roll. Here's Vassell, drills the three-pointer. And the Spurs lead by 1.
And what do you expect from Vassell? He's an accurate shooter from the perimeter.
Markkanen from outside. Rebound by Sohan.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Wembanyama. Good!
So much riding on that shot. What a bucket.
I'll tell you, that changes things, doesn't it? Good job, young fella. What a game.
And Will Hardy calls timeout here. The magnitude at this juncture in the game clearly warranting a timeout. Pass to Markkanen. It falls! And that shot brings them to within just one.
The willingness to embrace the pressure. Markkanen, big-time delivery.
I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move.
Barnes, count it!
Oh, that is absolutely monumental. And you have to admire the way Barnes carries himself right now. I love his poise.
Now, here is George. Pass to Markkanen.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Personal foul. Third team foul.
So the first one drops, and that brings them within 2 here. And Markkanen drops them both.
This guy has a reputation for being a great free throw shooter, and you've got to knock him down. He does it here.
And an intentional foul right there.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
24 seconds left in the fourth quarter, and so they choose to intentionally foul.
Second personal foul. Third team foul.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. That's good, going 1 of 2 from the line, and that will put them up by 2. And Will Hardy calls timeout here. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. Thoughts on what Coach wants to do here?
And they've got plenty of time to get a basket.
Well, they've got to be aggressive, guys, because the defense doesn't want to foul here.
'Sexton for 3. Nails the tray.
This is what leaders do. You got to love seeing Sexton own these moments and coming up clutch.
And timeout is called by Greg Popovich. And he knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page. So I'm looking at the clock, and guys, the situation. What do you think we're going to see next?
Yeah, always intriguing to see what a coach draws up in this situation.
What you want is to create a clean, high-percentage look, if that's at all possible.
Ball finds Barnes. Utah with the rebound. They're going to prolong the game here with an intentional foul.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game.
14.
Good on the first, and that will put them up by 2. And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there. Launches a 3. Bullseye!
That is a big-time shot from Vassell. This guy is a gamer.
Markkanen passes to Hendricks. Oh, off target. And so it's San Antonio who scraped by with the win. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal it.
And there are so many times when you see these tight games won at home, that advantage of having that crowd behind you oftentimes is the ultimate X factor.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Doris Burke, David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And now, our player of the game, Chris Paul.